Good evening and welcome to Somerset Park for this evening's Premier Sports Cup. Ayr United against Forfar Athletic. Ayr United looking to continue their good run in this game and hopefully we can get a few more goals tonight. And I am joined in the commentary box tonight by
Mitch and Niall.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Ian. How are you?
I'm alright, yourselves?
Aye, good. Looking forward to this game. We've put ourselves in a great position looking ahead to Sunday's match. I know tonight's hasn't kicked off yet, but Sunday's match against St Mirren is undoubtedly on paper going to be the hardest one that we've faced so far. And we've got 6 points from a possible 6 so far, and we should be getting 3 points tonight. So
I would think so. I mean, Forfar are League 2, you know, and
second bottom of League 2 last season as well.
Same as Annan Athletic. I mean, you know, football's football, and we all know what happens. I mean, we've seen it with, dare I say, Auchinleck Talbot.
Yeah, or East Kilbride for that matter.
Or East Kilbride for that matter last season. So you know, nothing is ever a given. But I think considering the two performances that we've seen, I mean, we've put 10 goals past two teams over the last 2 games. You know, we should be looking at, I don't know whether we'll get 6 or 7 tonight, but he has put out a pretty strong attacking force. You know, he's got George Oakley and Curtis Main in the middle with I think it's Don Thomas and Ethan Walker on the wings. I think somebody said to me.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty potent strike force.
It certainly is, and with that in mind, straight to the team lineups. And start off with Forfar Athletic. In goal wearing 21 is Neil Stafford, 2 is Lewis Martin, 3 is Chris Scott, 5 Matthew Allen, 6 Jake Dolzanski, 7 Ross McLean, 8 is the Forfar captain Craig Slater, 9 Scott Shepherd, 10 Martin Rennie, 11 Kieran Inglis, and 12 is Nathan Cannon. Subs for Forfar wearing 1 Mark McCallum, 14 Angus Naylor, 15 Mackenzie Lemon, 16 Mark Waitley, 17 Jamie Richardson, and 18 is Lewis Lorimer. And Niall, their United lineup this evening.
Number 1 is David Mitchell, 3 Liam Dick, 4 Sean Want, 5 Kevin Holt, number 9 is George Oakley, 10 Curtis Main, 11 Dom Thomas, 17 Jude Bonner, 21 Ethan Walker, 22 captain for this evening is Mark McKenzie, and number 32 is Dylan Watford. The Ayr United substitutes for tonight as follows: is number 38 Liam Russell, number 2 Nick McAllister, number 16 is Jake Hasty, 18 Jamie Hislop, 23 is Marco Roos, 29 is Lucas McRoberts, and number 33 is Scott McMahon.
And your referee for tonight's match is Lloyd Wilson. The assistant referee far side is Elliot Husband Boughton, and assistant referee near side is Brent Falconer. The match sponsor is Woodland Cabs Ayrshire. The match ball sponsor is Cash Generator, and our mascot is Patrick Templeton. So as I say, it's quite a strong lineup that he's putting out, even for, you know, let's still call this pre-season sort of.
Yeah, 100%. And Niall, me and you were talking about this beforehand, before we came on air. George Oakley and Curtis Main together is something that was tried a little bit last season, didn't quite work, dare I say, but in a night like this where you're playing a side to, as I say, finish 9th in League 2, could this be the night to go with the 2 up front?
Hope so. Spot on there as Ian touched on. It's kind of still pre-season, so that's when you want to try these things to make sure to see if it can work out, and hopefully it does. Ian as well touched on there, 10 goals in 2 games, so hopefully the big men up top can bring us a few more.
Definitely. As you just see in front of us just now, the teams are just coming out onto Somerset Park. Pitch is looking in excellent condition as well now. That was another thing that you mentioned beforehand.
Yeah, I think the last game I was down here for was Livingston last season, about February time. Obviously a Scottish winter, the pitch isn't always going to look great, but the pitch looks really good condition tonight, so hopefully that will result in a great game of football and hopefully 3 points for it.
Yeah, definitely. Also we see in the middle of your screen there Mark McKenzie taking that captain's armband in the absence of, well, first of all, club captain Ben Dempsey being injured, and Jamie Murphy, who's had the armband for the past couple of nights, he doesn't make the squad this evening. I think he's just been rested, we are told. So Mark McKenzie inherits the armband, and
yeah, well, I mean, Jamie Murphy is old now.
Probably needs a rest after a couple of games
in
the space of a number of days. So, but no, nice to see Mark McKenzie wearing the armband, someone who's came through the academy local boy as well. So
an interesting one for me tonight, Mitch, is Jude Bonner through the middle. I think he came on as out in the wing at the weekend. But he's now playing in one on the right hand side of midfield, right centre midfield. So that's an interesting one for me. I know he has played a wee bit there for Celtic in the B team, etc. So hopefully a good performance from him tonight.
He certainly started well on Saturday, the Jude Bonner, as Dom Thomas picks up the ball in midfield. Here's that man, Jude Bonner's first touch, finds Walker. Inside to Thomas. Bonner again. Good feet from the big man. Walker's dispossessed.
Lovely few first touches there in the middle of the park, I must say, from Jude Bonner. It's very nice.
Good early start from the young Celtic loanee. All bouncing around in the centre. Must be taken down by Martin Rennie, but Bonner rescues that one. Now Ethan Walker. Bonner. Liam Dick in from the start tonight, having started the Annan Athletic game, dropped to the bench on Saturday. Kevin Holt's another standout performer at the weekend. A lot of fans have been saying, and it's a statement signing from United. Ball drops for Dom Thomas! Straight into the arms of Neil Stafford in the Forfar Athletic goal.
Must say the early signs here. Dylan Water at the bottom of our screen is pushed up very high, Mitch, very high. Almost playing as a winger up here, and Dom Thomas kind of moving into the middle a bit. It'll be interesting to see if that's the case on the left hand side as well as the right.
Sean Want, man in the match at the weekend, is chosen by the match sponsor. Oakley finds Dick. Bonner again on the ball. Looked bright in these opening exchanges. Finds Curtis Main, slips it into Dom Thomas. He's onside. Can he pick a spot round the goalkeeper, Dom Thomas? And slots home in inside 3 minutes. United go 1-0 up, but it's courtesy of Dom Thomas. One of the summer recruits, Niall. Great composure here, we see round the goalkeeper. And just tucks it away into the corner. Great start from United.
Great finish from the number 11 there. It all comes from what I touched on there. He's playing in that middle area of the park. He gets in behind. Lovely ball and a great finish to match the ball.
First goal for United tonight, scored by number 11, Dom Thomas.
Yeah, that is absolutely the start that we were looking for. And I'm moving slightly away from the Forfar gentleman beside me, just in case anything gets picked up by my microphone.
It's quite funny, Ian Martin, our technical guy, is positioned directly next to the away directors in almost every game that we have here at Somerset Park, so yeah, he either makes friends with them or he has to run away.
Yes. To be fair, most directors are quite happy to have a little bit of banter. Man.
Should be an United ball there, no? It's far side linesman's giving it to the away side.
I don't think you could ask for a much better start than that, could you?
No, absolutely.
1-0, opening 2 minutes, was it? Just 2.5 minutes, yeah.
I think before 2.5, earlier than 2.5 it was. It's absolutely the start that Ayr and the Ayr fans were looking for. I'll be hoping that they can use that to kick on and get a few more, with goal difference being so important in this competition. Rennie looks to lay it off, but intercepted by Sean Want. Here's Dom Thomas. Water it. Slips it through to George Otley. Can he get a shot away? He does, and it's... yeah, it's high and wide and not at all handsome at the end of the day. But again, good intent. Perhaps just need a little bit more on the through ball though, from Water to give Oakley a bit more to run
a wee
onto.
bit wide there was. Can maybe I looked for a option at the back post, Walker getting in there, but obviously as all good strikers do, going to have a pop at goal for there, I think.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Neil Stafford might be a busy man tonight.
It's his first appearance for Forfar as well, Neil Stafford. And on loan from Hamilton Accies. flick ball in behind here, and David Mitchell was quickly out to rescue that. Dangerous there from Forfar. It was Nathan Cannon looked to be released in behind by Martin Rennie.
It's an interesting setup tonight. It kind of looks a bit like a 3-5-2 when we're in possession on the front foot, and it almost looks like it goes back to virtually a 4-4-2 when we're sitting in defending. So it's interesting to see if that's the way we go forward this season.
Mark McKenzie, you've got to say, wearing the armband tonight, he's just about played every position apart from goalkeeper for United. But one thing for sure is that he gives his all in every position that he does play, and when required he's always there. And you've got to say he's been fantastic the last couple of games in that central midfield role. Given away from the throw in there from United.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Scott there was signalling, but looked interesting.
He wasn't too happy, was he?
No.
Here's Inglis, finds McLean on the left, goes back to Inglis. Well tried from McKenzie, out for a goal kick.
Great defending, just using the body well there, getting a goal kick and getting the ball back.
Did concede a goal at an Athletic last Tuesday, but David Mitchell a clean sheet in his home debut against Arbroath. Be looking to replicate that tonight.
I saw one there, Sean Want. Thankfully he's back to his feet.
Rennie dispossessed by Kevin Holt. McKenzie, Walker comes inside, finds Holt again, who goes to Liam Dick on the left hand side. Wants to pick out Ethan Walker. Does. Jude Bonner, chance for a shot perhaps. Don Thomas. Breaking the ball falls Forfar's way. Inglis looks for Scott Shepherd in behind. One goes back to David Mitchell, who calmly passes to Kevin Holt. Well dealt with by the United defence here, composed under pressure, never really looked in any doubt whatsoever. Walker recycles for United. Jude Bonner again. Looking for the ball through to Dylan Watcher, although I don't think him and Watcher are on the same page yet.
I don't think so. The right idea. You could see Jude Bonner's intentions there, just lacked that cutting pass there, unfortunately.
Craig Slater on the ball for Forfar, wearing the captain's armband this evening. Finds Martin on the far side. Cannon to Rennie. There's Scott on this left hand side here, space to drive, picks out McLean. Into the area it goes. Liam Dick wins the header. Walker space to run perhaps, can he get past Inglis? He does, sends him to the ground. Ethan Walker's got space to move forward now. So George Oakley in behind him, the shot pulled there. And gets it. We'll stop, but Liam Dick back on it for United. McKenzie. Watch it under pressure here from McLean, loses out. Slater wide to Martin on the far side. Finds Cannon. Slater again. Allen. Handball given against Tom Thomas.
Harsh, I think that.
Yeah.
I don't know where else he can put his hand there. He's running full pelt to try and close Scott out here on the left hand side, but obviously the referee, I agree with the referee's decision.
David Mitchell punches clear. Walker can't quite find Curtis Main with Forfar Athletics still. All the way back to Martin.
One other score in Group A, Cove Rangers 1, Brecon 0.
Sean wanting the ball now. Bonner to McKenzie. Main. That ball in behind Don Thomas, but Scott comfortably cuts that one out. Picks out Craig Slater. McLean. Yeah, Ian saying Cove Rangers 1-0 up. A surprise result at the weekend, obviously losing out on penalties to Falkirk, but they held them to a 0-0 draw within 90 minutes, which is pretty impressive.
Yep, indeed.
Fair few shock results at the weekend as well. Alloa obviously beating Dundee as well, but
yeah, I think there's been a bit of backlash against Stephen Presley at Dundee, because that's he has not started the season at all well.
they have not. But I
If you're
suppose
looking for someone to beat Adrian Alloa, then I'm not your man. He's got his work cut out there, I think. Sorry, Niall, I interrupted you in full flow there.
I've just thought about the couple of more shock results in the Premier Cup group stages over the weekend, but hopefully no shock results here tonight.
No, hopefully not. I think that early goal should hopefully set us off in the right direction.
Just about to say, it's been a wee bit quiet on the attacking front the last maybe 5 minutes or so from there, but hopefully we're cycling the ball really well when we get it back. You can see that the players are trotting in looking for it, but hopefully something can come from this attack here.
Bonner. Water it. Into it goes. Clear by Forfar defender, but Walker recycles it, still got it. Goes for goal. Just by the target.
He's moving.
Certainly was. We see it here again. Suddenly finds himself in a bit of space, goes for it, and ended up being quite far wide in the end, but worth a goal from there.
Definitely worth the pop. So great to see how many players are wanting on the ball. I seen there Jude Bonner unfortunately slipped and he still took the ball whilst his back leg was still on the ground, so it's great to see everybody want to get on the ball. That's what you want from your midfielders, especially your more attack minded midfielders.
Definitely, that's one thing that we've noticed already. Jude Bonner playing in that central midfield role, that he is shown for the ball every time he demands the ball. He wants to get on it, wants to make things happen.
And I think that's something that perhaps we missed last season.
Yeah. That's with all due respect to Ben Dempsey, who was absolutely excellent last season, and Ben Dempsey would always want the ball, but I guess he probably needed someone next to him to do the same things that he did, but also have that little bit more attack.
Do you want to hear another score from Group A?
Go on then.
Falkirk 0, Queen's Park 1.
Oh wow. Queen's Park take the lead against Falkirk. Just as we say, Cove Rangers held them to a nothing each draw at the weekend. They are 1 goal behind tonight.
Is this the wheels coming off the Falkirk bus, do you think?
I don't think the bus has left the depot yet, is it? We're still in pre-season. Well, not pre-season, we're still in the cup group stages.
I can guarantee you, though, that the fans will be giving it Laldy.
Yeah, they'll be expecting a solid start in the League Cup, especially. Try and get the season off to a good start. It'll be a tough year for them this year, I think, in the Premiership.
I think, to be honest, any championship side that goes up into the Premier League, it's going to find it really, really tough. It's a hard league.
David Mitchell's long ball all the way through to Stafford in goal. Scott. McLean. Slater. Dolzanski wide to Allen. Slater. Watch cuts that one out. Dom Thomas got time. Main. Thomas again. Hope. Walker can't quite keep that one under control. Slater. It's for Cannon down the right hand side. He gets there. Ball into the area. McLean gets the head on it, and
a good chance there for Forfar.
See it again here. It's a great ball in from the fullback, and McLean just can't quite direct his header on target, but he gets the wrong side of Dylan. Watch it there.
Yeah, Forfar definitely coming back into this game after that early setback.
Yeah, they did only lose 2-1 to St Mirren.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say a wake-up call, but it's just maybe a wee sign for Ayr United that Forfar are very much in this game and do have a bit of attacking threat. That's a few chances, a few half chances they've had in the last few minutes.
Tom Thomas in space here. Picks out Curtis Main. Can he sort his feet out? He does. It's for George Oakley. Still on. Borna goes for the shot. Solid save. Still alive for United though. Walker cuts it back. Almost fell for Dom Thomas there, but McLean managed to scramble clear. It's the first real spell of attacking play from United that we've had in the last 5-10 minutes or so, as we see on the replay there. But I was about to say before that attack happened now, totally agree in terms of United just seem to lost their grip, certainly in the attacking sense, the last 5-10 minutes or so, letting Forfar back into the game. And as you see, a couple of reminders there that we do need to be careful.
It's a great chance there for Born unlucky. Connected with it really well. Good save by the keeper. Then Ethan Walker unlucky with the follow-up, try to get the ball in there. He gave a corner, is it a Shines gave?
I think it's a corner.
Corner, is it?
I thought that went out for a throw-in. Obviously, he didn't quite keep it.
I think what happened is the ball went out and then Stafford's absolutely launched the ball into the crowd afterwards. Short one. Walker's ball in. Doesn't beat the first man out to Dom Thomas. There again. Flicked away. Dick. Holt. Good defending from Cannon there to clear for Forfar.
It's a good idea there for Don Thomas. You can see what he was trying to do. Set the ball up at the back post, but like you said, Mitch defended well there by Forfar.
Got to say, apart from that early goal, Forfar looking quite strong so far in defence. Good spin from Mackenzie. Bit lucky with that one though.
Yeah, he touched on Forfar's defending there. It looks like they're setting up with a back five when they're defending, but got to ask yourself the question, how long can they sit in for? You'd like to think that the more and more we try and break them down, we should hopefully break through and get a couple more goals.
I think you noticed that with Arbroath at the weekend. Once we got that second goal, they were forced to open up a little bit.
Yeah.
And the spaces begin to open for us to exploit, and I think it's fair to say we exploited them the weekend.
I think it'll be in the back of Forfar's mind. Obviously, we've scored 10 goals in 2 games, so it probably is in the back of their mind coming into this one, thinking we don't want to be on the receiving end of a 4, 5, 6. So I think maybe that's why they're dropping into a back five when defending, and then when they do go forward, the extra body moves into midfield and they go to a 4-4-2.
Kevin Holt on the ball. Finds Mackenzie. One. Mackenzie again. Looking for Liam Dick. He finds him. Great touch. Solid challenge from Martin there on the far side.
Holding his own out there, Lewis Martin doing very well so far in the opening 20 minutes.
Referee just having a quick word with the Forfar Athletic number 2. I'm not quite sure what.
Not quite sure that was
what
about.
that was about. No, I don't think Liam Dick was making anything of it either.
It certainly looked like a decent enough tackle from over here.
Good play from Mackenzie, rides 3 challenges and eventually Forfar come away with the ball, but good tenacity shown by his stand-in captain. Loose pass from Ethan Walker though. Mackenzie had a man on his back and Forfar won possession back again. It's Inglis. It's down and free kick given.
Can't have many complaints with that, I don't think.
Poor touch from Shepherd there. There's the ball straight back to United from the throw in. Kevin Holt now on the ball. Striding forward, looking to make things happen. It's like a good ball initially to Curtis Main, but I don't think the big striker was expecting it. He's been one to split opinion, Curtis Main, since coming to United. Scored a fair number of goals early on and obviously got 2 at the weekend, but fans were becoming frustrated with his performances over pre-season.
Yeah, I think possibly they were expecting a little bit more from Curtis Main. You interviewed him for the podcast, didn't you, Niall?
Yeah, he's been on the podcast. I must add, he's a lovely guy. No, he was a great guest. Yeah, he's a great guy. But hopefully, just keep scoring goals. You can't have much complaints with a striker if he's scoring goals, I don't think. A great tackle there, Sean Want. You want all your strikers scoring goals because that's what you want. You want competition in the team. You want guys pushing each other. Because, for instance, if Curtis May's not scoring, you've got George Oakley there. If George Oakley's not scoring, you've got Ethan Walker there. So it's great to have that competitiveness in the squad. And obviously we've got Anton Dowds, hopefully soon returning from injury.
Yeah,
well, that's one of the things that Scott Brown's always keen to push is the fact that there's competition for the places. You know, if you don't have a good game, you know that there's somebody coming up on the rail behind you. So you know it lifts everybody. It does, I admit, sometimes look as if it keeps chopping and changing the squad, but
Thomas. Ball into the area. Begging for someone to get on the end of that one. Liam Dick though now. Curtis Main rides the challenge initially. Dick. Ethan Walker goes for goal blocked, and Craig Slater can clear.
Don't know about you, Mitch and Ian there, but for a split second it looked like that might have been dipping in there at the back post.
I did get that for a second, and then what as if it was going to hit the bar actually, come down, but
one of them in the corridor of uncertainty. Unfortunately didn't go in on this occasion.
it's one thing I've noticed with Dom Thomas, you probably can agree or disagree now, but very two-footed.
Yep. That's what you want, because you want to keep the defenders on their toes. Because you notice a lot when if it's a right-footed winger or left, you just show him down the side that he's not comfortable on, but he can't really do that with Dom Thomas if he's both-footed, so that's good from an attacking point of view.
yeah, I must admit I'm in awe of those players that can play with both feet. To be honest, I'm in awe of a player that can play with either foot, because
Thomas cuts inside. I was looking for Curtis Main in behind there, but Curtis Main came for the ball to feet. A few times that's happened, but I suppose with it being early on in the season, quite a number of new additions, it's sometimes hard
to know each other,
exactly.
And still try to get to. But that's what these games are for. These League Cup group stages and pre-seasons games, it's all about getting bedded in with the squad. So maybe just not on the right wavelength yet, but hopefully that will come. I know we were touching on the strikers there about being competitive in that and having that competition. Do you think maybe that's what the case was from George Oakley's point of view, maybe towards the tail end of last season? He wasn't in great goal scoring form. I think that maybe came down to there was nobody chatting at the door to get his number 9 shirt.
I think potentially when you've got that competition, it certainly does fuel the fire a little bit more if you're that starting in that starting position, doesn't it?
yeah, I think there's a lot. I don't want to say complacency sets in, but if you know that there's nobody chatting behind you, you're maybe not going to give 100% all the time. Perhaps not wittingly.
No.
Because I'm not for 1 second suggesting that the players are going out there and not giving their all.
Scott. Maybe here the Sean Want comes all the way back though to Dolzanski, finds Martin. Now Cannon on the far side, Inglis. Switch of play. McLean's header. Hit by Sean Want. Brought down by McKenzie. Now Bonner. Walker. Oakley. Back to Ethan Walker again. Early cross into the box. Was nearly met by Curtis Main there. Great defensive header from Matthew Allen.
That was a lovely touch round the corner there from George Oakley, and the wee give and go with Ethan Walker. Great feet.
Yep, 30 minutes on the clock, and it's Ayr United 1, Forfar 0.
United throw in on that far side, and yeah, perhaps a little bit disappointed only to be 1-0 up at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, Ayr are looking reasonably comfortable and confident on the ball, but yeah, I think we could do with another goal just to settle our nerves, if nothing else.
I think you're disappointed only being 1-0 up at this stage in the game with how early the first goal came. It was only 2 minutes on the clock, which is that's all probably makes it a wee bit more disappointing that we've not managed to be able to kick on yet. But hopefully we get a few more before half time.
Great flick from Oakley. Oh, and what a finish from George Oakley! A lovely bit of individual quality to nutmeg the man on the far side, and there seemed to be a bit of frustration in that shot as he smashed it into the back of the net.
Yep, great finish there from Oakley, great feet for a big man, lovely turn, lovely touch and a lovely finish. Well, pardon the pun, but I think that's a wee bit of a commentator's curse there from us. We were just talking about how Ayr will be a wee bit frustrated not having two, and I must say we're all glad to have a humble pie and eat it there. 2-0
Exactly.
there.
Absolutely, Niall. And well, I'm frustrated it's only 2-0 now.
Listen, it's not going to happen twice.
I should know that early by now, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
But back to the finish, lovely finish from George Oakley. That's him showing there that he can score all types of goals. He's a fox in the box, he can take it like he did there. Touch, turn, bang, bottom corner, great finish.
In our group, Arbroath 1, Annan 0. In Group C, Dundee United are absolutely humping Bonnyrigg Rose 1-0.
Nice introduction there, Ian. Here he is, Oakley again. That goal being his 5th of the season already.
It takes him joint top with John Robertson of East Kilbride in the scoring charts for the Premier Sports Cup group stages. Hopefully by the end of the night, George Oakley is at the top and not joint top.
As we said previously, you wonder if that 2-goal cushion for Forfar may almost force them to open up slightly.
Well, certainly that's what happened, as we said, against Arbroath on Saturday. You know, they had to basically come forward, so which then opened up a few gaps at the back for us.
Good position this. Good men up from the back.
Tom Thomas, floaty ball in. Kevin Holter's there at the back post. Jude Borner's header. Curtis Main's flick! And it's found his way into the net somehow. And I think it's going to go down as a Curtis Main goal. He got the last touch and it appeared to go. Did it hit off the back of Dolzanski before going into the rack of the net, or was it just go through the legs of Stafford and go? I'm not quite sure. But Ian, I would like you to apologise to me because it's just happened twice.
Well, okay, I apologise. It can happen twice.
Doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in. And oh, I think it does, Mitch. I think you're right. Touch off Dzanki there. Well, the stadium announcers gave it to Curtis Main, but I'm not sure the SPFL will.
No,
need to wait and see.
If Curtis Main's got a touch, he has directed the ball on target, but it's whether that.
The GoPro will tell us.
Yes, exactly. It's whether the touch from Dolzanski's actually been the vital one to take into the net. It's whether it was goal bound initially.
Arbroath 2, Annan 0. Arbroath are now trying to keep up with us.
Oh, good sighted goal there from, I think it was McLean there who ended up letting fly. Ball just bounced around, fell nicely for him. Looked as if it was maybe just creeping in that near post. David Mitchell had to be alert to it. 34 minutes on the clock. Ayr United 3, Forfar 0.
Good goalkeeping there, taking no chances.
Ball into the area. David Mitchell well, very nicely.
Very nice indeed. That's what you like to see from your goalkeeper, coming out, being commanding, command your area. It gives reassurance to everybody as well when your goalkeeper's commanding his area like that.
Absolutely, and we're talking before the game again about that spine of the United team this season. When all fit, you look at David Mitchell, Kevin Holt, potentially Ben Dempsey, Stuart Bannigan, George Oatley, Curtis Main up front. It's looking really, really experienced.
Well, that's what we were taught about on the official United podcast. The first 4 signings of the summer, I think, came with over 1,000 senior appearances. It was. Obviously, Scott Brown touched on last season he was looking to add experience, and experience he has added with them signings. But like you said, Mitch, the core of your team is always so important. You need to get your core sorted, and then you can add your flair players like your Jude Bonners and that, etc.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who else we get with this cooperative scheme. I believe that there's maybe another 1 or 2 to come in from Celtic.
Supposedly, but that actually hasn't been announced yet, and we still await. All but done is what we've been told, isn't it?
Yes, there's various rumours flying around and within the club, but which we are not completely party to. But
Kenzie looking for that ball to watch it. Wasn't quite on the same page, so just goes wide to Want. Now Bonner. Lovely pass outside of the foot. Oakley.
That's what I love about Scott Brown there. 3-0 up inside the first 35 minutes, and he's still looking frustrated as ever on the touchline there.
well, I don't know if you ever watched the streams from the Play in the Park games, which are supposedly friendly knockabouts, but both Scott Brown and Whittaker cannot stop being professional footballers.
Were they on the same team? Were they on different teams?
They're usually on different teams.
Yeah. That would be a bit unfair if they were on the same team.
I think it would. Yeah, but you know, you can just tell that they are winners.
Dick. Lovely switch of play, Thomas. Ball across the face. It wasn't met by anyone, and it's out for another United corner.
Great ball there from Don Thomas, crying out for somebody to be on the end of it, but unfortunately this time nobody was home. Great pass there from Liam Dick, but he opened the play, and then Dom Thomas does what Dom Thomas does. Down the byline, get the ball across.
Walker. Bond area, Curtis Main's header. Straight into the arms of Stafford.
Great feet there from Ethan Walker. Dancing in and out, weaving in and out of defenders there.
He's been a standout in pre-season, Ethan Walker. Just looks that little step sharper than what he was last year. That benefit of having a full pre-season under his belt. Certainly showing at the moment. Walker's flick again, lovely. Mackenzie now moves forward from midfield, steps inside, goes for goal himself, and yeah, it wasn't the best of efforts from Mark Mackenzie, but deserved to have a shot after the hard work he did to create the room.
Definitely quite right to have a go from there. Made the chance, lovely give and go there with Ethan Walker. Unlucky to see his effort sail over the bar.
If you're Jim Weir in the Forfar dugout right now, what are you going to be saying to your players at half time? How possibly do you motivate them in this sense?
First of all, I think you need to get to half time at 3-0. Get in, fall down at half times. It's pretty much all she wrote, isn't it? But if
don't bother coming out for the second half.
If they can go in at 3 and then get an early goal in the second half, maybe plants a few seeds of doubt in some of the United players' minds. Hopefully not, but I think you'd just be saying, just try and keep it a wee bit tight at the back there, because the goals, albeit the first 2 goals for there was a lot of space in behind to create them there, so I think it'd just be keep it tight and try and get forward when you can, because as we are here, they have shown that they're able to get forward and create a few chances.
In Group C, Bonnyrigg Rose have come roaring back, and it's now Bonnyrigg Rose 1, Dundee 1.
Oh wow. God, I think if Bonnyrigg Rose end up getting the result against Dundee, and I think Stephen Presley, it could be curtains already before the season's even begun. I think despite how poor your recruitment's been and how many players you've lost, a club like Dundee at the top flight with that big a fan base should not be struggling against a low league side. Mackenzie. Niall, you spotted a rather interesting guest in the director's box.
Yeah, Sean Maloney, recently appointed Celtic. I think he's the guy in charge of the pathway into the first team.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
to touch on what we've already spoke about the loan agreement kind of with Celtic.
Yeah, he was actually here on Saturday as well. I presume that he's here to watch Jude Bonner.
Water's effort, just over the top of the bar, but again, good play between Water and Curtis Main.
As long as he's not here to take Jude Bonner back to Celtic because he's playing so well.
So what's that? He's seen 4-0 on Saturday, currently 3-0. So that's seven goals so far at the moment. Hopefully a few more. Maybe we need to ask him back every week if that's the case. Great header. Very aggressive, Sean Warren, isn't he, when that goal kick from Forfar comes in? That's
I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised he didn't get a free kick for that. I mean, I've seen them given. Very little movement from Ayr United there, though, for the throw-in.
Inglis goes all the way back to Stafford. This kick out's a skewed one that goes all the way out.
Unlucky there, Dick. Good idea that. Try to catch Forfar out. Just didn't come off, unfortunately. Well, Mitch, you touched on what do you think the Forfar manager will be saying? What do you think Scott Brown will be saying at half time?
More of the same, please.
More of the same, but I think there's been a few times where there's been sloppy passes and passages of play that have crept in from United that have cost us to concede possession, concede chance at the other end. So I think he'll go for them as well. I think they'll be in his mind too. He doesn't forget that very easily. I think he'll want the performance to be as perfect as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw it last season that he was always wanting more. He was never 100% happy with the performance. You could always say, "Oh, we can do that better. We could do this better."
Always room for improvement. Always room for improvement.
Approaching half time, about a minute to go, plus any stoppage time.
Can't imagine there's been much.
No,
none on the top of my head.
There hasn't even been any injuries or anything to.
Walker to the back post. Thomas just couldn't quite get the ball across goal though.
Great pick out there from Ethan Walker, isn't it? Showing maybe a different side to his game there. Nice wee lovely switch of the play there. Unlucky from Dom Thomas there. The back post, I think maybe had a wee bit too much on it to try and bring it down. So right idea just to try and get it, get it in that area.
Playing in a slightly different role tonight, Ethan Walker as well on that left hand side. He's been playing almost behind the striker the past couple of games. And the half-time whistle sounds, according to our clock, about 30 seconds early, but I don't know, maybe that says more about us than the referee. Anyway, we'll quickly take a short break over half-time, and we'll see you back here for the beginning of the second half as United go into the interval. 3 goals ahead against Forfar Athletic. welcome back to Somerset Park, where United lead 3-0 here as we await the second half starting. A half-time change for the host. Coming off number 4 is Sean Want, and coming on number 2, Nick McAllister. We've also had a change for Forfar Athletic. Angus Mailer is going to be coming on for the away side. And we'll wait to see who.
Let's get right behind our team in the second half as we shoot towards the railway end. Come on, you honest men!
Trying to work out who has made way here for Athletic. Number 2, Lewis Martin, I think.
Hopefully that's not injury related with Sean Want, because I thought he had a very good first half. He's very aggressive, but just a straight like for like swap. McAllister slots in at right centre half.
Yeah, I certainly didn't notice anything with Sean. He wasn't limping or anything, so.
Sorry, I tell a lie. Martin Rennie, wearing number 10, is the man to come off, and coming on number 14, Angus Mailer. So forward for a midfielder. Forfar perhaps just looking to try and limit the damage here in the second half.
Well, it shows a sign of a good squad there. You've got Nick McAllister coming on, slotting at right centre half. It's always good to have players who can play in more than one position, because as you know, the season is an old long season. When it gets to December, January time, pitches dry up and a lot of knocks and niggles seem to appear more and more, so it's good to know that Nick McAllister can slot in anywhere across the back three.
Yeah, well, when you consider that a season now is 40 plus games, dependent on cup runs, at least 36. It's I know people say, but they only play on a Saturday.
Yeah. So more games now in the League Cup. What's the cup called? The new format one. See the one with the new format. Is there more games in that this year, or is it still the same amount?
I'm not too sure.
McAllister on to Dom Thomas, who just came out with no number on the back of his shirt this second half. Dylan Washut bouncing around, it cleared off the line. Liam Dick, and again it's just managed to be scrambled clear from Forfar.
The Challenge Cup, that's what it's called, the Challenge Cup. Very good link-up play by Dom Thomas.
Oh, nice move from Thomas.
On the right there.
Yeah, Dom Thomas without a name set or number on the back of his shirt in this second half. I don't know whether it must have been blood on it or something at half time. He's been forced to make the change. Inglis, Cannon, Slater's ball forward. Holt sends that one back towards David Mitchell. Callister on to Mackenzie. Holt again. Callister all the way back to David Mitchell. Oakley. Walker. Oh, what a lovely exchange. George Oakley bearing down on goal. Liam Dick's outside him. Can he pick him out? He goes for goal himself, and the better option definitely was the ball into Liam Dick. You can see it here in the replay. Liam Dick makes a great run. George Oakley just needs to slide him in, but 5 goals in his last 3 games, including tonight, and yeah, a man in confidence is always going to take the shot on.
Definitely, striker's instinct there, I think, from George Oakley. But you seen there at the end of the picture, he did hold his hand up, so I think think he does realise that he's maybe made the wrong choice there. But as you said, I think all strikers are going to have a pop from there. Great touch, by the way, from Ethan Walker down here on the left-hand side to get the move going. That was a really clever flick on there.
Yeah, spotted George Oakley's run down the line and just backheeled it right into his path.
Touched on Mitch in the first half about Ethan Walker maybe playing in a position he's not familiar with. He's certainly putting a case up of maybe playing there long term this season, because I think he's been excellent tonight so far. Lovely few touches, and he's shown that he's able to dribble with the ball.
Cannon. Finds Shepherd. Ball back towards defender, was a poor one. Ethan Walker now.
Good pressing there from Ethan Walker.
To Walker again. Dispossessed, Craig Slater. Foul against Walker for the tug of the jersey. Slater been crowded out there.
George Oakley shown there he can do both sides of the game. Winning the ball back well there. Good pressing and a good tackle. And decide a free kick in the process.
Arbroath are now 3-0 against Annan. Anything we can do, they can do.
Hopefully we can do better by the end of the
we
night.
can do, well, that is the next line of the song, yes.
Yeah.
Kelty Hearts are holding Kilmarnock 0-0.
Curtis Main's ball through was very nearly a perfect one, and I think it was a vital interception from the Forfar player who stopped that ball going all the way through.
Italy are 1-0 up against England in the Euros.
Liam Dix, ball forward. Doesn't quite reach George Oakley. 51 on the clock here, United 3, Forfar Athletic 0.
Yeah, basically going into Sunday's game, because it is unlikely to change now. We will be top of the table on 9 points. St Mirren will be second on 7. Arbroath will be third on 5, and then Forfar on 2, and Annan Athletic on 1.
Great ball from McKenzie to Liam Dickett's out for a United corner.
It's a great position we've got ourselves into heading into Sunday. If it does,
yes, indeed, and obviously,
here.
yeah, it will be a win for either team, no matter what. They don't do draws per se. But yeah, we will be going into that game in pole position.
Absolutely, and the goal difference will be looking pretty nice. After tonight's match as well. So
it's 12 for us, 7 for St Mirren.
Yeah. Walker's in swinging ball, doesn't beat the first man.
Goal difference is important as well, especially with, let me correct me here, but I don't know how many of the second best placed teams get through, but
Cannon flicks the ball through. McLean has actually been facing the play there, and he would have been on goal.
Yeah.
George Oakley cynically taken out there from Matthew Allen, who'll be showing the yellow card, you assume? Yeah, exactly. As we expected. Marco Roos and Lucas McRoberts just now ready to come on for United. Roberts obviously part of a cooperation agreement with East Stirling. He'll go and play there again this season. Spent some time there on loan last year, scored a fair number of goals there as well, a lot of potential, Lucas, and he also came on to score against Allen Athletic a week ago today.
It's a nice counter there from Forfar, caught there on the break there from our own corner.
Yeah, as I was saying to Ian, if Ross McLean had actually been facing the ball, he would have been in on goal there. He just don't think he was expecting the ball to be quite so good from his teammate.
Double substitution for Vale United, leaving the field number 17, Jude Bonner.
Yeah, Jude Bonner coming off for United. His first start. Takes an invasion from the fans on the far side. George Oakley to come off as well, Lucas McRoberts. Moving on.
Seems to be a little bit of confusion as to who's coming off.
Mark McKenzie's the one to go come off and quite change your mind there. Total crowd of 1,421 here tonight, 1,386 United fans and 35 Hardy Souls have made the trip down from Forfar on this Tuesday night.
Respect them for that. What is it? I think it's about a 4 hour, nearly 5 hour round trip.
Round trip, yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
It's a long
On a Tuesday night, isn't it?
journey on a Tuesday. Probably be hitting peak traffic as well.
I'm just watching Sean walking down the touchline, and there doesn't seem to be any limping or anything amiss, so I think it's maybe just been a tactical change by Scott.
Or just a case of rest, using the squad as much as possible.
Yeah, either resting players or as I say, a tactical change. Probably the former, just giving players a rest. I mean, we're 3-0 up, we're top of this group. There's no point in jeopardising players for either the next game or the rest of the season potentially.
The midfield two now, looks if Jude Bonner is taking up the Mark McKenzie role, playing deeper out of the two, out of him and Marco Roos, and Marco Roos looks like he's the one who's now pushing on forward.
Main turns, looks for Roberts, and he didn't quite make the run that he was hoping for.
Lovely turn there, lovely turn there. Just a shame he couldn't find his teammate.
Shepherd tries to get around the outside of Kevin Holt, solid challenge from the big defender. Slater. Ball into the area. Clear by Wattrett. Bonner wide to Dom Thomas. Chance for a United counter now. Bonner picks out Curtis Main. Into it goes. McRoberts. Cleared off the line. Goalkeeper's nowhere near it. Thomas. Ethan Walker goes down.
He's going to pick up
It's
a
a
diving.
yellow card for diving for Ethan Walker.
I'd like to see that again.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't captured it.
Oh, sorry.
To be fair, it looked as if one of those ones were.
And what I must say is, but there wasn't many complaints from Ethan Walker, which always tends to suggest. I think he's been. I think he's been caught out. I think
Hopeful more than anything. Forfar making 2 changes here. Coming on, number 17 Jamie Richardson and number 15 Mackenzie Lemon. Richardson signed from Dundee following his release in the summer.
He'll be glad about that.
Definitely, although I'm not sure he would do any worse than the players on the park are doing for them at the minute.
Number 6, Jake Dolganski, and number 12, Nathan Cannon, to be replaced by number 15, Mackenzie Lemon, and number 17, Jamie Richardson.
Mackenzie Lemon signed from Lockheed United of all places last January.
Torquay.
Lockheed.
Oh, Lockheed.
Lockheed. Started in the Forfar's first game against fellow League 2 side Annan, but could only make the bench last weekend again tonight. Thomas. Roberts.
I feel that the intensity from here has dropped a little bit in this second half.
I think that's a case of they feel like the job's done, maybe.
Inglis beats Marco Roos to that one, and good chance for a shot here. He does take one, and it's comfortably wide in the end, but from Inglis's point of view, then it's definitely worth a shot from there.
Yeah.
United a bit sloppy the last couple of minutes. As I'd say, they do well to win that one back. And a lovely exchange between Bruce and Liam Dick. Finds Dom Thomas. Steps inside, goes for goal, and it's high and wide over the top of the crossbar. Perhaps the better option was the return ball to Bruce on the outside.
Actually, I think Bruce miskicked it, to be honest.
So did I.
I think the way he was running, I think the ball, his stride kind of took it towards Thomas. I think maybe he was trying to look in behind for McRoberts, but good chance in the end, unfortunately not taken.
Scott McMahon also now ready to come on for United. Alan forced to put that one out for a throw in. You wonder where it'll be. You'd imagine Kevin Holt or Liam Dick to come off for Scott McMahon. Roos. Good play from Walker. Yeah, it goes down. Wins the free kick, good play.
No dive that time.
No.
No, clear foul.
He tried to keep in his feet.
I'd be worried about going down now, Ethan Walker.
Obviously, shown again, same as the first half, showing that he is capable, more than capable of playing out in the wing.
Kevin Holt is going to be the man to come off. Just had it confirmed to us by George Robertson from pitch side.
You sure now? After the last sub?
I know, to be
you
fair.
sure after?
I know, I didn't actually forgot about that.
He's not substituted until he's actually off the pitch.
Oh, Curtis Main just mistimed his header there.
There was three of them queuing up there. McAllister in there as well. Holt, I think, as well, maybe.
Solid header from McAllister. Now Ethan Walker skips past Allen. Cuts it back for Curtis Main, who skews the shot.
Don't know if you've seen that in the bottom of the screen there, but the referee, and
Takes
he's
a
away.
slight tumble.
Aye, that's a booking there from Slater. That's a terrible foul.
Substitutes for the field number 5, Kevin Holt. To be replaced for number 33, Scott McMahon.
Like for like sub, I think that.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think you need to remember as well with Kevin Holt and Dom Thomas are coming from the League of Ireland, who are actually currently in the middle of their season, so they've probably not really had an
100%.
actual summer's break from probably this time last year when they were with Queen's Park and Dundee United. So about 13 months since you've had an actual summer's break, so it'll be interesting to see how their minutes are managed over the season.
Yeah, but they only play on a Saturday afternoon. I mean,
Yeah. Or Friday night, I think it
Or
is in
Friday
League of
night
Ireland,
some
isn't it?
nights,
Aye, Friday night. There.
what is it? 36 games for an hour and a half. You know, I mean, what's that? It's 42, 44 hours work a year.
Tackle from Bruce there.
McAllister. Jamie Hislop going to come on for United as well. Corner for United, Dom Thomas to take. Potentially his last involvement, you think. Jamie Hislop ready to come on. Into the area. Eventually cleared by Scott Shepherd at the second time of asking. McAllister on the swivel.
Can't remember many times Nick McAllister finding himself in that position on a turn and a half volley at the edge of the 18-yard box.
No, fair play to him though for going for it. It was a decent enough strike, but
I think Nick McAllister can probably remember many times. Never mind us.
Main only back to McMahon. McAllister now wearing the captain's armband. Bonner. Man wide to Dick. Bruce. Ethan Walker brings the man down, and you've got to be careful there, Ethan Walker, on a booking. Curtis Main will be the man to come off.
Appreciation, please, for Curtis Main. And Curtis will be replaced by number 18, Jamie Hislop.
So Jamie Hislop just going to slot in behind McRoberts up front. We go to a 4-4-1-1 as opposed to 4-4-2.
Yeah, looks like it, innit? Interesting to see how that link up comes to effect in a first team environment. Both of them obviously linked up over the years in the A United Academy setup. Dick subs it through for McRoberts, can he get there? Good defending by Lemon.
Touched on there about how the two young lads linking up. We were talking about in the first half about maybe not being on the same wavelength, but I don't think that should be an issue for these two. Hopefully not, anyway.
Roos. For Thomas, can he bring that one down? He does. Hislop under pressure. Finds Bonner. For the ball to the back post, but Roberts hadn't made the run. Richardson intercepted. Hislop with time to turn. Free kick given. Good play from Jamie Hislop off the bench. Still 19 minutes to go here of normal time, and plenty of time for United to potentially extend their lead, but you've got to say it doesn't really look as likely this half. Walker. Bonner. His ball to the back post was easily claimed by Stafford. Finds Scott. McLean. Slater. Inglis. Looking for Shepherd. Couldn't quite bring that one under control. Watch it. McRoberts and Ethan Walker is there to apply the finishing touch. But the offside flag goes up, and it's a rather late offside flag.
Unfortunate, because I think Ethan Walker's performance tonight has deserved a goal.
Craig Slater coming off for Forfar. On comes Mark Waitley wearing 16, and Chris Scott coming off. Lewis Lorimer on to replace him.
To be replaced by number 16, Mark Waitley, and number 18, Lewis Lorimer.
Hislop. Pass two. Oh, tries to
Just not quite enough on that one.
flick it on for Tom Thomas. A good run though. Here he is again. Walker. McMahon. Dick. Here's Roos. Goes down the outside, goes down. Goal kick given.
I think Marco Roos there rightly throwing the arms up. Looked like a foul to me.
Yeah, likewise.
Nah.
No? Nah. Not having it.
Not having it.
Ian Martin says no, so that must mean it's. I know. 74 minutes on the clock at United. 3 Forfar Athletic 0. Solid challenge there from McMahon. Just looking for Roberts in the way though. Watch it. He's done Thomas. Warner. Looking for that. Can he get there? No, he can't. All the way through to David Mitchell, who's not had much to do. Seething. Roos to McAllister. Just strolling forward with the ball, but again, as you both have said, the second half just seems to have been a lot more of a slower pace from United.
Yeah, there's certainly no
real intensity.
There's no real intensity to it, you know, and we're sitting at 77 minutes, and it feels like 177 minutes.
And the job is just done in the first half. I think that's just what it's a case of. I say Scott Brown's a lot less animated as well on the touchline this second half.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the game was basically won in a 5-minute spell with the 2 goals, but and you know we're 2 points clear at the top of our group right now. We're in pole position for going up as winners. Obviously, we're not counting any chickens here, but yeah, you know, it's almost become like a training game.
Absolutely, that's certainly from not only the energy out there on the pitch, but the atmosphere in the crowd as well. It just feels like one of those games where everybody's waiting for the final whistle.
Yes.
And there have been, and there always is in these types of games, a few slack moments from United, like that one from McAllister. Poor passes, putting ourselves into bother in other games potentially with those sort of mistakes, but we're getting away with it at the moment because we're 3-0 up and we're not really in any danger whatsoever.
I suppose you'd never want a game to make mistakes in, but if you could choose, you'd probably choose these games to try and get the sloppiness and everything that follows with it out the system kinda in pre-season in these early League Cup group stages games, because you wouldn't want to go into a 6-pointer at the top of the table mid-season and then this sort of these sort of passes and that start to creep in.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm quite sure that they'll review this game during the week, and Scott will be pointing these sort of things out. You know, just keep your concentration.
.79 on the clock now. United 3, Forfar 0. Goals from Dom Thomas, George Oatley and Curtis Main with an asterisk because we're not sure if it actually will go down as a Curtis Main goal, but we're going to give it to him for now. Again, it's a sloppy pass, this time from McMahon, unlike him.
Well read.
Water it. McAllister. He's McMahon. McAllister again. I've been given all the time in the world in the ball. United at the back. Forfar was happy to sit in, soak it ball, up the pressure. Their attitude very much has been damage limitation in this.
Yeah, they're basically playing a 5-4-1 when Ayr have the ball. So they're just falling back. Ross County 6, Edinburgh City 0. Still Bonnyrigg Rose 1, Dundee 1. Oof! Arbroath 6, Annan 0.
Oh wow. Worrying times for Annan Athletic, although they have faced 3 very tough teams in the sense of us and us, St Mirren and Arbroath, but it's the manner in which they concede goals and concede them quickly. They conceded I think it was 3 in the space of 5 or 6 minutes to us. A similar thing happened against St Mirren on Saturday. They actually brought it back to 3-2 before conceding another 5 after that.
Yeah. Perhaps the only notable result is in Group H, Kelty Hearts 0, Kilmarnock 0.
Tough place to go though, Kelty Hearts on that.
Aye, yeah.
Horrible AstroTurf that I've been told isn't too great a surface, although Kilmarnock can't really complain.
No.
Theirs is probably one of the worst there is.
I think we are probably fairly safe to go through in second place.
2 more goals here wouldn't go amiss in terms of that, just getting the goal difference up.
I think our goal difference is slight pass there from Jude Bonner, but foul's given for a late.
He looks a wee bit confused there, but I don't think really, if he watches that back, he can give many complaints for that. I think he's just trying to. He's frustrated a wee bit there with that slot pass. I think he just try to win the ball back there. Unfortunately, just left a wee bit there.
With 1,386 home fans and 35 away. Thank you very much for your attendance.
Ball bouncing around in the area. Can United scramble clear? Horribly falling around, and eventually we do it.
A bit of pinball in there at the end there, wasn't there? It was kind of... Actually thought it was going to drop to a Forfar.
So did I.
Player, but thankfully it didn't.
Pretty fortunate actually, because it was a pretty... would have dropped it, if had it have dropped to a Forfar player, it would have been in a pretty good position for a shot.
Yeah.
Potentially to spoil David Mitchell's clean sheet.
So how long through the season do you still get to make jokes about Victoria? Victoria Mitchell. Victoria Corin Mitchell. David Mitchell's wife.
Is it?
Yes.
I think
youngsters today.
Tough crowd, I think.
Tough crowd,
tough crowd now, unfortunately.
Late challenge there from Shepherd.
Sounded a wee bit of pain there. Could hear him scream from up here in the commentary box. Once again, number 9 there for Forfar, throwing his arms about. I don't know why. Shepherd, very late, very needless as well. Only 5 minutes to go in the game. That probably just lacks a frustrated figure up there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You say it did sound a sore one for Scott McMahon.
Thankfully he's back to his feet now. Run that one off, I think.
.86 on the clock, United 3. Forfar now entering the closing exchanges here.
Heineken 0-man match sponsored by Woodlands Calves is United number 3, Liam Dick.
Lovely turn.
Roosted well there to actually win that 50-50.
Yeah.
I think the
slightly not in his favour.
I think the Forfar player half pulled out of it as he.
Well, he was taught as a youngster, don't pull out of a 50-50,
exactly,
otherwise
absolutely.
you end up on the receiving end of a nasty one. It was unlucky. It was a lovely original turn there from Bruce. Oh, I think that's harsh. He was looking for that there.
Yeah, Shepherd went down very easily.
And a free kick in a good position here for Forfar.
Absolutely, and if they can get a goal here, a 3-1 looks a lot better on the scorecard at the end of the season than a 3-0.
So he was a left footer, I think, but I actually think from the wee angles he's lining up here, he's going to try and whip it in as opposed to have a dig.
Yeah, looks like it. Into Mixer it goes. Flick clear from McAllister. Out for a Forfar throw in.
Surely bizarre. I thought we would have had a pop at goal from there, but what do I know?
No, I know. To be fair, I was thinking the same. I think 3-0 down. Couple of minutes to go in the game. Just have a pop. Yeah, offside flags up. If you're a Forfar fan as well, you probably want to see one of your own just having a go there.
Go
to be honest,
up the road with a goal, something to cheer about.
Exactly.
At the end, but
or even a good attempt at goal. force a save from David Mitchell, make him do something.
You touched on it earlier, there's no anything to do, not had much to do all night, nothing major that he can think of, so why not have a pop?
He's been sat there with his thermos, drinking his tea.
I think you'll need to as well. It's quite chilly up here.
It's quite chilly now.
Quite chilly up here in the commentary box.
This is the middle of July, by the way.
Oh,
no, it's quite chilly, middle of July.
You do not want to be here on a cold, wet December evening. I can assure you.
I'm trying to remember one that particular Hibs last season was cold. Yeah. That's the one that comes to me straight away, but I'm sure there was plenty of others that were cooler. McRoberts.
It'll be the same as the first half. Can't imagine there being too much additional time.
No, approaching the 90-minute mark now. Referee with a look at his watch there as the ball goes out for the throw in. Will he allow this one to be taken?
Into the 90 minutes now. No sign of added time so far.
That ball from McAllister cut out nicely by McLean. And that will be it here at Somerset Park. Full-time score there, United 3, Forfar 0. Goals from Dom Thomas, George Oakley and Curtis Main. Seal all 3 points for United to put us top of the group. 2 points clear St Mirren as we travel to the Swedish Stadium on Sunday. Niall, full-time thoughts?
Yep, great performance from Man United this evening. First half job was pretty much done by half time. I think maybe you could see that by the second half performance, maybe a wee creep of inconsistency creeping in, but nothing too much to worry about. I think it was just the manner of the game, the way it panned out, but like you said, looking forward to Sunday night. Should be a good game and hopefully finish the group off in as strong as possible and go into the season as strong as possible.
Absolutely, and finally thank you all for joining us here on your Tuesday evening, spending your Tuesday evening with us here at Somerset Park. We'll be back for the first league game of the season.
Yeah, we're back here. We've got St Mirren away on Sunday night, and then we're on the telly for the first game of the 25-26 Scottish Championship at Arbroath, and then we are back here on the 9th of August when we entertain Wraith Rovers coming over from Fife. That I'm sure will be yet again a difficult game. They always seem to give us a good game, but it's ended here 3-0 to Ayr United, as I say, top of the group, and we now look forward to Sunday night against St Mirren. But that's it for now. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully we will see you in about a fortnight. Bye for now.